Alrighty, time now for a full look at that weather forecast. Going back over to the Weather Center with Chief Meteorologist Dan Cianca, taking a look out there on the KION Weather Authority roof cam in Salinas. Make sure I say that right. I don't know if I saw it right, but it almost looked like it might have been a little damp out there, but that might just
I think right now we're okay. We are going to see some more rain coming in overnight, and really we've had some spotty showers over the last week or so, and probably a few more of those over the next 2 days, but I can't promise everyone that you're going to get rain over the next couple of days, but it is going to stay unsettled. So let's talk about some chances at least. Here's a live look from Domenico's on the wharf tonight. Things at the moment looking pretty quiet out there. We have a bit of a break in the wet weather. And of course, this morning we had a system come through. It looked really impressive on radar. I was watching the news last night and saw how impressive it looked coming in, but I think a lot of that was some bright banding, meaning that it looked more impressive than it was. We saw some pretty bright colored radar echoes, but I think the radar was picking up mostly on some melting snowfall, because when it came ashore, like at least here in Salinas, we just got wind and light precipitation, very light precipitation. It was a little better in Santa Cruz County, though. We got about 1/4 of an inch overnight last night into this morning in Santa Cruz, about 1/10 of an inch in Watsonville. These areas kind of the breadwinners, I suppose, as far as rainfall today. Otherwise, just a couple hundredths of an inch here and there. Wettest spot I could find was Anderson Peak on the Big Sur coast, at about 3/4 of an inch of precipitation. Our storm tracker radar tonight looking pretty quiet. A few radar echoes maybe in the Santa Cruz Mountains. I don't know. Most of this looks like ground clutter to me, so I don't think we have anything falling at the moment, but activity should start to pick up out of the west here over the next couple of hours as the next disturbance approaches. And models are showing some showers kind of blossoming around the area as we get past around 3 a.m. or so. So late shower chances return. And then as we head into that morning commute, a few showers out there. We'll be dodging a couple showers to kick off our day. Then as we head into the late afternoon hours, we'll probably have a break early in the day, and then in late afternoon hours, activity probably picking up a little bit, maybe after 3 p.m. or so. So expect increased activity into tomorrow evening. And with that, maybe a few brief downpours possible. But again, this is going to be spotty activity. So there will be areas tomorrow that don't get any rain at all. And that is going to repeat on Tuesday, too. So there's potential over the next 2 days, especially the farther south you live, that you'll get no rain. But then there is also potential that you might get 6 to 7 different rounds of showers, if not more. It's just the spotty nature of everything over the next couple of days. So it just depends on how lucky you feel, right? Over the next couple of days, we'll have shower chances tomorrow, shower chances coming back on Tuesday. Total rainfall model predicting 1/10 of an inch, so nothing major. That is through tomorrow evening, and then perhaps doubling that total as we head into Tuesday. So, not the worst kind of weather on the way, but, if you have a couple showers pass over you and you're trying to do stuff outside, then it might be annoying, right? So we'll call these nuisance showers over the next couple of days. I do want to mention there is a slight chance of thunderstorms on Tuesday, so we're going to watch that. Maybe talk about that in more detail tomorrow. But as far as any other threat outside of just some nuisance showers, that's what we're looking at. How about our temperatures right now? 61 degrees in Monterey. Why is that? Well, we still have moist southerly flow. Winds will switch to the west overnight, probably by tomorrow morning, and then a cooler air mass will begin to work its way in behind this next little disturbance. So we'll call it, I guess, a quasi-cold front coming through, but right now it's actually pretty mild out there, and I don't expect that to change too much through the overnight hours. So we're going to see mild overnight lows, and then highs tomorrow much cooler than today for most locations. 57, for example, Ben Lomond and Felton, 59 in Santa Cruz. Of course, we're not much cooler, I suppose, because we had southerly winds in Santa Cruz all day. So, the wind off of the water kept things pretty chilly. But for the rest of us, east and south of the bay, we got it to 70s in Salinas, Hollister, and in Monterey today. We'll be lucky to get out of the low 60s tomorrow. So Hollister 62, Salinas 63, Watsonville right around 60 degrees. You were in the mid 60s today. On over to the peninsula, low 60s in Monterey, but again, you got to 70 today. We're going to stay in the 50s out to the points. So a big cool down tomorrow for most locations. Down south, well, we get to the mid 60s still in the Salinas Valley, but that's still cool for this time of year and still quite a bit cooler than today. Here's that 7-day forecast. So rounds of showers tomorrow and then showers and storms. I did add that to the Tuesday forecast. Again, it's a slight chance of a thunderstorm embedded in the already expected showery activity. And then on Wednesday, a few lingering sprinkles are possible. There's just an outside chance of some showers. I think It's trending drier, so we'll keep an eye on that. Then after that, high pressure builds in, and we just warm up. Highs back into the normal range by Friday, and then above it by the weekend. Looks like a really nice weekend coming down so far if you wanted to get outside. If you like warm weather on the weekend, well, this next weekend looking pretty nice for you. Inland areas, one difference really between the inland and coastal forecast is on Wednesday, I actually do still have a chance of rain in the forecast, as most models are showing showers over the inland mountains. You know, most of us inland don't live in the mountains. You live in the valley bottoms, so chances of rain will still be pretty low for most inland people. But if you live or travel up into the mountains, well, we'll have a chance of showers on Wednesday. And of course, we'll have a better look at that tomorrow and Tuesday. Back to you.
All right. Thank you very much, Dan.